Hey guys, here's an example of what I want you to do for labs now when you have a graph and how to write just basically an evidence section when you have a graph, okay? So we have a graph here where at altitude, like how high you are above the ground, and how that affects the temperature of the air. So first we have to kind of see what shape does that look like. Does it look like linear, exponential, inverse, or no relation? So I'm going to say it's inverse, okay? So my evidence section is going to say it's altitude and air temp are inversely related. We could either say they're inversely related, or they are not related, or they're exponentially related or linearly related. Based on the shape, I'm going to say they're inversely related, okay? I guess skipping back, my claim is when you are higher, it's colder. It's a good way to start that out, okay? Now when we do the evidence section, we're just gonna choose one of these names. Say it's either linear, exponential, inverse, or no relation. We chose inverse, and then we're gonna use one of these descriptions. Okay, so the inverse description of the graph says as x increases, y decreases. So instead of saying x and y in our evidence section, we have to use different words there. Okay, so we'll say as x. Well, what's on the x? Altitude. Okay, so we're going to say as altitude, not x, but as altitude increases on the graph, y decreases. Now, I'm not going to write y, but I'm going to write air temperature instead of y, because that's on the y-axis. Air temperature decreases. And if I had a data table, I don't even need to talk about the numbers. All I have to do is say, which one of these four names is it in my evidence section, and then write down one of these descriptions, and my evidence section is done. That's it. It's really short. Okay? You just got to make sure when you have a graph, don't say X in your evidence section. Don't say Y. Use one of these descriptions, but put the word that's on the X in place of the X, and put the word that's on the Y in place of the Y.